My first artistic career was in dance, so from very young, 9 years old, I decided I wanted to become a dancer. So I was a performing artist until my early 30s, at which point I went back to school and with family, needed to get out of the house and finished my degree in filmmaking at the University of Winnipeg in Manitoba. Part of that inspiration for me was also being a little bit bored working part-time from home with little kids and beginning to film them and to capture them on screen, and just putting a cadre around these beautiful people entirely changed my perspective about who they were, and how I watched them was very different. You know, once you put that frame around it, everything became art suddenly, and I got lost in that process of filming hours and hours of probably terrible home video, but I love the process. I mainly work in documentary form, although I would say that my documentaries do lean heavily towards expressing themselves in an artistic way or a poetic way, probably from my dance background as a choreographer, where you create work without words. A Good Madness is my first feature, and its full title is A Good Madness, The Dance of Rachel Browne. So it does tell the life story of one of Manitoba's pioneers, Rachel Browne, who founded Winnipeg's Contemporary Dancers over 50 years ago. I do think I'm drawn to when I have opportunities to portray women on film so that they are the center focus of a story, which we don't have a lot of. I feel like I'm drawn to those stories, and they make me happy to portray women that do things out of the ordinary and aren't typical. And so that's very inspiring for me. What a great thing to do. 2 films this past year, one of Rachel Browne, one with REVA Stone, 2 Manitoban women who were pioneers both in their forms and both in their 70s when they were still working. So I think that's fantastic. I have a long way to go. Probably if I was in any other province in Canada or any other country, I would still be creating and finding inspiration in my surroundings. There's no doubt there. What's particular about Manitoba, I find, is the size, the very comfortable size of people. The communities are small enough to know almost everybody in some way and to help each other out quite a bit. I've always felt a lot of support. I also know for a fact that our tax credit system here is the most generous in all of Canada, and that's a total privilege, so I think it's a very good reason to do work here in Manitoba. On Screen Manitoba has been significant for me as a player in Manitoba. It's a leader in the industry for sure. I get a lot of information from their weekly newsletter In Focus around elements that are happening nationally and even internationally around the industry. I've participated in On Screen Manitoba's All Access, which is a fantastic 3-day forum. The Francophone Day is fantastic. We get direct access to des diffuseurs, so broadcasters in French. All the big guns here for us. In French outside of Montreal and outside of Quebec, it's rare to have a direct access with these particular broadcasters. So a lot of opportunity to network and to be inspired by a lot of the presentations that occur then. When art, it can sometimes feel very selfish. We're really diving into our own exploration. In the outcome, there always is an impact. I like to look at what is that impact and why are people motivated to impact society.